It's Black Friday. I know y'all going shopping. What's up? What's good? What's Palmer's cracks percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and welcome to an official episode of I Ain't Saying. I'm Just Saying with the Rock with Me Nation. Yeah, a special Black Friday edition, a special official edition. Theo, what do you mean? Well, I don't have on the official shirt because this ain't that particular episode. What this is an official training shirt. Yeah, training officials. I like to train officials and everything like that. If you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. And damn it, we gonna train some folks. They're like, Theo, who are you to train folks? I've been doing this for a minute, reading comics. So there's the experience factor there. If they were giving a class on this where you could get a degree, I'm probably sure after taking said classes and getting A's in classes, I'm probably tenured at a school somewhere teaching the class. I'm not saying just myself. It's quite a few of us out there that are qualified to be teaching. So this is what this particular episode is. I want to go down the timeline because I know we've been talking a lot lately about the Marvels, Nia DaCosta, and by association, Ryan Coogler. I just felt like we start this episode off with some accountability going down the road. Comic book fans, comic book officials, producers, executives, and everything like that. Long story short, I want us to go back down the MCU timeline and just take a look at some stuff. Just let's remove our fandom from the MCU. And when I say remove our fandom, let's get in touch with our comic book side and compartmentalize the MCU. Let's sit that thing right on off over there. Sit it right on off over there. Sit it right there. So I go back and I take a look at these movies and I sit back and I say to myself, you know, if you listen to somebody long enough, they're telling themselves, you know, there is that saying. There's also the saying, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them the first time around. Like, damn, they shouldn't have to convince you who they are. And I got to looking at some stuff. Like I said, you just got to sit back. Just move back. Sometimes you be too close. Sometimes my ethnicity has me too close. It does. Sometimes my gender has me too close. It does. Sometimes my passion has me too close. So I have to step back and move back a little bit. That you got to be grown because you got to understand the situation that you are too close. And I sit back and I look at some things now over the past few days, few weeks, or whatever, since the Marvels. Everybody has had a lot to say about Nia DaCosta, myself included. But I've equally had just as much to say about the MCU, Kevin Feige. Some folks just want to talk about Nia DaCosta. Now, I don't believe that's what that is because Nia DaCosta would just be the next coach that was hired. No, we still have a general manager in place and we still have an owner in place. And they the ones that's hiring the coaches. And the coaches are coming in, and I'm gonna use this football analogy. And this is for us. What's going on, Juju? What's going on? I'm gonna use this football analogy. So say there's a head coaching position that's available for one of the 32 teams, right? So the candidates come in and they tell you what their qualifications are. By and large, you've already done your research, so you know them. And they tell you the vision that they have for your football team. Now, as the general manager and as the owner, it's up to you to sign off on said vision. It is. Because they're telling you what they're, and every candidate that comes in there has a different vision for what they think the football team. Is it going to be a special teams type of football? Is it going to be a ground and pound? Is it going to be an air raid? Is it going to be defensively driven? What is it going to be where you win the game between the trenches, i.e. you ain't really concerned about the quarterback, you focusing on your offensive and defensive line. Every candidate comes in there with a story. The question is, what now? You got a team already there. Now let's understand that first and foremost. And the team would be the IPs. Whether you Marvel or DC, the football players, that's the IPs. Now, the IPs are already there. The talent is what the talent is. It is. Are you getting ready to hire Jimbo Fisher, or are you getting ready to hire Nick Saban? I don't know what to tell you at that. Are you getting ready to hire Jimbo Fisher? Jimbo, I like you, by the way. You just happen to be a nice analogy for this. Are you getting ready to hire Jimbo Fisher, or are you getting ready to hire Nick Saban? I don't know what to tell you. What I do know what to tell you is that if I sit back, move back, understand that I'm too close. What's going on? What's going on? Come on, what's going on? If I press back and I move back, I start looking at certain things. Now, if I looked at the movies and I'm going to start with the brother and the sister, i.e. Ryan Coogler and Nia DaCosta. If I were to look at what Ryan Coogler put together for the first movie, I'm of the mindset that when he handed in that script, they saw, the general manager and the owner saw how many plays were called for each player on the team. They saw that. He came in with a vision. They signed off on it. Now that vision, if you look at Black Panther 2, he loves black women. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. He loves black women. He wants to shine. He wants to put the shine on black women. If you, that's what that is. Now, they signed off on that. He want to put the shine on black women. If you look at Black Panther, just being fair, if you look at the first movie and the second movie, there was a lot of black female representation. There's nothing wrong with him wanting to do black female representation. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. The general manager and the owner were supposed to look at that playbook and say, no, this not what our team is about. I like what you got, but this ain't what our team is about. You're going to have to go back and fix this. They didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing. Now, would Ryan Coogler be better suited to do watch this? Would he be better suited to do a female movie? A movie that, watch this, could he not have done a movie featuring Misty Knight and Colleen Wing, or a Disney Plus series featuring Misty Knight and Colleen Wing? I believe he could have, and I believe that Disney Plus series would have been something for the books. It probably would have been nominated for something. Yeah, absolutely. Because if you look at his writing style, and I'm not talking about Fruitvale Station, no, that's based on real life events. No, if you look at the way he wrote both movies, and the GM and the owner signed off on it, he likes talking about black women. Okay, cool. So let's look at Nia DaCosta. Nia DaCosta is a coach coming in, submitting her playbook for your football team. Your football team has 3 stars on it. Her playbook features 1 star. Why? Because she's been studying that star, that athlete, that IP for a minute now. Since that star was in high school, that athlete was in high school. And that's what she wants to do. You know what? Based on her own words and how that movie was written, nobody told me there was a musical in the movie. They should have let her wrote either the Miss Marvel Disney Plus series or a standalone Miss Marvel movie, because that's what she wanted to do. That's where her heart is. That's where her passion is. You can't, when you ask somebody to do something that their heart really isn't in, they're not going to admit it to you. Everybody's not going to do that, especially when money's involved. You're going to get what you're going to get. And their truth is going to come out. It is. Ryan's truth came out in both movies. He loves black women. Nia DaCosta's truth came out in that movie. Strong, independent women, and she loves Miss Marvel. Nothing wrong with that at all. The playbook just don't fit the team that you have assembled. Let me say that one more time. The playbook does not fit the team you have assembled. Let me keep using football terminology. If I looked at Mississippi State this year, they were supposed to be an air raid school. The coach passed away. The new coach, he got fired, by the way. The new coach got fired. He wanted to make it a ground and pound attack. They weren't built for that. If you look at Mississippi State's record this year, it's because you got a coach coming in. The AD signed off on it. The president signed off on it. He submitted the playbook, i.e. the script. They said, yeah, make it do what it do. Neither one thought about the IPs, the stars, the athletes that were already in-house. They did not fit his system. Now, football analysts know this. I'm going to say this one more time because I'm putting some shine on myself. Football analysts know this. Football fans don't. They think the team suck. No. They just weren't built to do what the new coach wanted them to do. Instead of him adjusting his playbook to fit the IPs, to fit the comic book characters, to fit the athletes, he kept the playbook that he had. Well, can anybody at that point in time be surprised at the results? What do I mean when I say that? There's an uncomfortable truth that nobody really likes talking about. Folks want to get mad about it. It's a truth. It's a truth. I'm fine with it. It's the truth. You ain't got to like the truth, but you do need to understand the truth is the truth. Superheroes, comic books, the target audience that everybody needs to be focused on, unless you created something in an independent comic book and you already know where your fan base is. If it's anything DC, Marvel related, Image related, your number one target audience that cannot be ignored is the Caucasian male. It's the European male. That's what that is. Because by and large, who created these superheroes? Right. Male, female, black, white, Jew, Gentile, heterosexual, members of the LGBT. It's the European male. So you got to take him into consideration regardless of what movie you want to do. You can't ignore him. You can't piss him off, and you can't tell him to kiss your ass. You can't. You not winning like that. It's not a sexist thing. It's a real thing. Wonder Woman, the first movie, appealed to the European male Caucasian comic book fan. Know why? Because it respected the source material. Do you know why that was so important? Because he had something to do with the source material. He had something to do with the source material. Whether he's the originator on it, whether he's the co-originator on it, or whether he was the person that approved it, he had something to do with it. So the source material does matter. Because as far as he's concerned, that's the Bible. Let me say that one more time. That's the Bible as far as he's concerned. So regardless of whatever comic book character you're dealing with, if it's not somebody that's independent, you got to take him into consideration. That's why Wonder Woman succeeded. And that was a female-driven movie. People like to look past that. I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to let you do that. People like to throw shade at men. Men supported Wonder Woman. And let me just go ahead and say that Gal Gadot, while she is an attractive woman, that's not an IG model. So we weren't going there for the eye candy. No, European Caucasian men were going there for the source material, and they got it. Let me keep this party moving forward. Aquaman. Mira was not portrayed as a damsel in distress. She wasn't. No, Mira was portrayed as an Atlantean warrior. She was. I don't believe I heard one male say anything bad about her portrayal. And do you know why? Because her portrayal in the Aquaman movie actually lines up with her character, her characterization in the comics. It does. And do you know who has something to do with her characterization in the comics? It was a European male. It was. So you cannot alienate him. You might not like him for whatever reason. You might not like him, but he has to be taken into consideration. And you got to do right by him because he don't give a damn. The European male was not necessarily a fan of the first Hulk movie. He was. Know why? Because it didn't respect the source material. Didn't matter who wrote it. Matter of fact, all this vitriol that we're giving out right now, I don't think anybody said, I don't think we bashed any gender when Black Adam failed. I don't think we bashed any gender. I don't think we bashed any ethnicity. Know why? Because the European Caucasian male, they like, nah, that ain't what that is. You at home can be excited all you want to about what you see in front of you. You just need to know these characters were created regardless. Yeah, you like Jaime Reyes. I like him too. But if Jaime Reyes' story that was written in the comics ain't reflected on the big screen and they don't get Ted Cord right, the ethnic group that you pissing off, which also happens to be your number one comic book fan, it's the European male. And folks keep acting like that dude don't exist. No, he does. That dude, not only do they exist, he's consistent. Regardless of whether you like him or not, regardless of whether he cares about you as a person or not, he's consistent. If it honors the source material, he gonna rock with it. If it don't, he not gonna be there. Now, mind you, some of those cats are actually comic book reviewers, movie reviewers. Some of them cats got issues off the cuff with folks that ain't them. So when you get something wrong, they're going to take every opportunity to tear into your ass. Now, they're not necessarily, watch this. They're not necessarily, and I don't want to use the word inclined, but they don't have to hold Kevin Feige accountable if low-key they felt like you as an ethnic group, as a gender, as a sexual orientation, wasn't going to get it right in the first place because they already got their biases, their prejudices already built into you. So low-key, they looking for you to F it up. And when you do F it up, they're not going to blame nobody that look like them. They're not. They're going to blame you. That's what the ones that's already got an issue with you, they're going to blame you. That's when an official got to come in and be like, damn it. As my second wife used to say, everybody play a part. So I got to come in. I got to do my damnedest to train other officials on how to properly call this damn game, because it is a game at the end of the day. No, seriously. You need to understand it is a game at the end of the day. If we said something about back in the day that music soothes the savage beast within us, if we've said that back in the day, then we know we can be influenced by things that we see, things that we hear. So we need to understand that, yeah, it's a game. So Iron Man. Remember when I said, look at how Ryan Coogler wrote Black Panther and Black Panther 2. He loves black women. When I said, look at Nia DaCosta, look at her article. She got quoted. She loves Miss Marvel. She's been, not any other superhero. No, Miss Marvel is her superhero. She's been rocking with Miss Marvel. Okay, cool. So if you look at Jon Favreau, what did Jon Favreau tell you? And bro, I'm still thinking about the movie that I saw you in when you had locks and everything like that when you was at college. Folks need to see. Jon Favreau was a damn fool. He ain't got the sense that God gave him. Anyway, he's a comic book fan. We weren't really talking about Kevin Feige like that when Jon Favreau was on the scene. No, we were talking about Jon Favreau. He said he was an Iron Man. He was a comic book fan. And you could tell if you're a comic book fan, look at Iron Man. You're a comic book fan and you read Iron Man. How many similarities did you see in that movie in regards to the comic books? You're an Iron Man fan. You're a comic book fan. You remember them stories. You know damn good and well that was Tony's origin story. All they did was update it. But other than that, the armor in the cave, the silver suit, you gave me Happy Hogan. It's folks don't even know who the hell Happy Hogan is. But Jon Favreau did. Now, why does that matter? Why did it matter that Jon Favreau knew Tony Stark, Iron Man, the way that he did? Because the European male did. See, that movie, Iron Man, folks can say that wasn't aimed at children. And let me just go ahead and say this. Children have not been the target audience of superheroes in a minute. And I'm going to come back and touch on that. But that movie was aimed at European males that read comics. He nailed it. They showed up and showed out. Now, not only did European males that read comics show up and show out, but comic book fans across all demographics showed up and showed out. To this day, that first Iron Man movie stands the test of time because it honors the source material that was written by a European male. A European male did the movie and respected the source material written by another European male. Thus, whether he was intentionally doing it or not intentionally doing it, his number one target audience was the European male. And that European male showed up and showed the hell out. That's what that was. We weren't really talking about Kevin Feige. I'm going to keep up with these notes. Y'all got to bear with me. Like I said, I'm blind in one eye and can't see in the other. I thank y'all so much for rocking with me this morning. It is Black Friday. You could have been anywhere else today, but this morning, but you rocking with me. So I definitely appreciate it. Let me keep up with these notes and everything like that. Good God Almighty Jesus. Theo, get to the comments real quick. Y'all see me, I'm trying a different camera angle with my camera. We got Juju Rose in the building. We got Kamoyo Kid, Professor Film Fan. Connoisseur Triple Salute is in the building. Cornelius, yeah, let him have it. Not tell him is in here. Cornelius, find someone else to do BP. Absolutely. Nico Bean with the Sting is in the building. Torian, what it do? Thank you so much for being here. Diabolical Nerd, my brother from another. Not telling Mary was strong and independent, but still feminine. Yes. These weird, cold, androgynous female heroes in the MCU have got to stop. Absolutely. It was John that made Iron Man what it was, not Feige. It's not a coincidence that once John moved on and everything with they were the majority at my theater's midnight showing back in 2008. Yes, sir. So it's at this point in time, we're not talking about Kevin Feige. We're not talking about Jerry Jones. Think about that. I keep using football analogy for a reason, because the Dallas Cowboys ain't been relative since Jerry Jones wanted to be the face of the franchise, right? Right. And it didn't matter who the general manager was, didn't matter who the coach was, didn't matter who the players were. Nope. The star on the helmet is no different than the MCU logo. Damn, y'all like, damn, Theo, you killing it. Yeah. The MCU logo ain't no different than the star on the Dallas Cowboys helmet. That's how much that logo means at this particular point in time. Yeah, I get it. Believe in the MCU, to me, that statement ain't no different than the Dallas Cowboys are America's team. It used to stand for something. It don't anymore. But let's keep the party rolling. So you got Jon Favreau. Do we know who did Captain America, the first Avenger? It was the Russo brothers. Now, if you're a comic book fan, and mind you, I was concerned about this movie because I'm like, oh, this a period piece? Why was Theo concerned about the movie? Because in my entire time of living on God's green earth, listen, this whole thing where older brothers can't have a relationship with younger brothers, let's end that. Because it's a lot of knowledge that's out there that's not being shared. I can learn from my younger brothers. I'm not that person, that older guy that's like, oh no, I can't learn from a younger person. No, I can. But the younger person can definitely learn from the older person. And you look foolish just slapping the hand of an older person away, just trying to pass on some knowledge to you. We low-key don't want you making the same mistakes that we could. So if we can make your life easier for you, we absolutely will. That's what we're going to do. So saying all that, I had never really seen a Captain America movie. And if you're my age and you watched NBC and you remember those Captain America movies, you like, oh, y'all finna do a period piece? Okay, good luck with that one. Well, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. Let me tell you how much they nailed it. Some MCU fans, some superhero fans did not catch the android Human Torch right there. That was a payoff for comic book fans. That was an Easter egg for us, not for MCU fans. That was an Easter egg for comic. It had the Human Torch being at the Star Expo, that had nothing to do with MCU fans. That had nothing to do with superhero fans. And do you know why? Because y'all don't know who the hell that damn dude is. Y'all don't know any damn thing about the Invaders. Y'all don't know anything about that World War II superhero team that Captain America used to be back on with Bucky. Y'all don't know nothing about no damn Toro. Y'all don't know that Namor and Captain America were actually on the same damn superhero team. That's why you had so many superhero fans, comic book fans. That's why you had so many comic book fans sitting there be like, so y'all not going to say nothing about Namor from World War II? Because he been around for a minute. They alluded to the fact that the dude had been around for a minute in Black Panther. Really? He just sat there during World War II and did absolutely nothing? Every comic book fan was disappointed. Every comic book fan was disappointed. Every comic book fan said that's a missed moment. And we doubled down on the missed moment when we found out that damn Union Jack 2 was in damn Secret Invasion. We doubled down. We like, golly. So when did she have this relationship with Nick Fury? Because you ain't had her daddy nowhere. I ain't seen the Invaders nowhere. Just missed opportunity. You know why you got them missed opportunities? Because the GM don't know his personnel. One of my friends used to say, KYP, know your personnel. That's because the GM, the current GM that the current owner has in place does not know his team. He don't. He wants his team to go out there and do what his team is not equipped to do. He's telling the coach to a degree what plays to call. He got tailbacks throwing passes, and the tailback ain't never played quarterback a day in their damn life. That's what he got going on. That when you sitting up here talking, and he got linemen lining up at wide receiver. That's what he got. And the coaches, by and large, you can tell the coaches ain't really bucking the GM, and if the coach coming up with a crazy play, the GM ain't saying nothing. And the owner is sitting up there just like this here. Now, do you know who the stockholders are? The stockholders are the fans that keep coming to the games every day on Sunday. Keep paying for a losing product on the damn field. But going back to Captain America, that was it. That was it. That was Cap's origin story. You said, damn, you got the Red Skull? Oh, shit. You got Hydra? You got Bucky? You got the Howling Commandos? I understand why you ain't got Nick Fury there, because, low-key you. But you got the Howling Commandos, too? And you got Dum Dum Dugan, and that was a great character cast right there. That was a great caster for Dum Dum Dugan. Comic book fans sat up there like this. Damn. We even understood, comic book fans, the train replacing the rocket. We understood it. We said, okay. Because we were sitting up there like this. This is what comic book fans was in the movie theater doing with Captain America. We like this here. I know Bucky gonna die at some point. I just want to see how they gonna do it. The same comic book fans that asked who the hell Njobu was, because I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one that asked who the hell Njobu was. I might be the loudest one that asked who the hell Njobu was, but I wasn't the only one that asked who Njobu was. Them same folks that asked who the hell Njobu was, the same folks sitting up there like, Bucky better not make it to the end of this movie. That's messed up. But comic book fans, because we sit up there like, oh, so Cap in the Cap current day. Okay. So y'all saying y'all gonna respect what's going on. Okay. Well, Bucky better not make it. And Bucky didn't make it. He didn't. No comic book fan was surprised that Bucky did not make it out of Captain America First Avenger. They weren't. We like, great job. You did that one. You did that one. Then the way that they said, hey, they found him frozen in ice. Comic book fans, we know who found him. We do. We know who found him. We did. We know who found him. But to modify the story, we're okay with who the MCU showed finding him. It was actually a revelation. It was for him to wake up on his back, because comic book fans know he woke up on his back. So like, yeah, that's what's up. That's okay. You did your damn thing with that one. Do you know who the number one target audience of was? Captain America First Avenger. It wasn't me. I was not the target audience. Do you know who the target audience was? I was one of them, because it was more than one. I was one of them, but I wasn't the primary. And this target audience, I know folks don't want to say this. I know folks don't want to admit this, because I know it's 2023. That target audience, because regardless of who the superhero is, by and large, as I said earlier, they either created that superhero, co-created that superhero, or got something to do with that superhero being seen. It's the European male. Low key, that's your number one target audience in any movie you put out. And do you know why? Because he knows the source material. If you don't get it right, he not coming. And if he not, watch this. That dude got a family. That dude got a family. And if he not coming, he not bringing his family. That dude got friends. And if he not coming, he telling his friends that's BS. You think it's a game? Look on any YouTube channel when a movie don't do good, when everybody and their mama want to talk about it. Just look how many people sitting up in the damn panel. Look how many people sitting up in the damn panel, and look how many people of the same ilk sitting up in the same damn panel. More often than not, it's what? The European male. That's just the truth. And you know what they keep talking about? The source material. It's the source material. And they're going to talk about how you got it wrong. It's just a question of who they going to blame for getting it wrong. Right. Remember I said I was going to come back and touch on comics, superheroes, who they targeted at and everything like that. The fact that they're not for kids. I wish people would stop saying that it's not for kids. Comics haven't been for children since that damn Batman TV show that used to be on back in the day. That was for kids. But the comics, well, I know some of y'all remember Speedy, the male version from the Arrowverse. He was a drug user back in the 70s. Kids read that comic. Yes, he was a drug fiend. Green Arrow and Black Canary. And Green Arrow damn near missed it. It was Black Canary that got him back on his feet. That's not a kid's story. Demon in a Bottle, I read that in high school. That's a story about alcoholism. That's not a kid's story. It's in a comic book. That's not a kid's story. It never was. Sex with a minor. Hell, I was in middle school, living with my mother in New York. Y'all be like, Theo, what you talking about? Deathstroke and Terror. That was a grown-ass man in a physical relationship, in an intimate relationship with a child. They wrote that. That wasn't no children's story. It wasn't. These stories stopped being for kids a long damn time ago. Kids can learn from them. Kids can improve their vocabulary, but the target audience, that target audience stopped being at kids ever since then. You want a target audience for kids? Go look at the damn cartoons. That's the target audience. You want to look at Avengers Assemble? The target audience is kids. You want to take a look at Avengers Assemble? That target audience is for people my age. There's a difference. There are things that take place in that cartoon series that are very, very much reminiscent of what transpired in the comics. You don't get that in Avengers Assemble, which is why that cartoon is not as held up. It's not viewed like the other one is. Know why? Because the target audience, European males, that cartoon was aimed at them. This cartoon over here was aimed at MCU fans. MCU fans don't watch cartoons like that. They don't. They ain't even check. They ain't checking for the cartoons like that. They're not checking for the merch. The person that's checking for the merch is the number one target audience that's checking for the merch. Is I just saw a top 10. I'll say this one more time. I just saw this morning a top 10 Avengers action figure. Top 10 Marvel Legends. The person that did the video, we the same gender. We are. But he don't look like me. Do you know which character he had in there? And I'm going to be honest with you. Damn that every European male action figure collector, they consider this to be one of the best action figures to come out this year. That's one of the best. Let them tell it. That I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But they buying this action figure. They're buying this action figure. So by and large, while we can sit up here and say Hasbro Marvel Legends made this action figure for Black Panther fans, do you know who they had to take into consideration when they made this Black Panther action figure? Because I'm going to be honest with you. Hold on for a second. This Black Panther action figure was not aimed. See this one more time. This Black Panther action figure was not aimed at the comic book fans. Thus, they didn't target the European male with this action figure. They did, however, target the European male with this action figure. This action figure came in a Claw 2 set. Who you think that was for? Well, this is the action figure from Deadliest of the Species. And we need to understand that Jonathan Mayberry probably got this action figure because he wrote the second part of that series, Power. Right? Right. Reginald Hudlin probably got this action figure. He probably does. Jonathan Hickman probably got this action figure. He probably does because she do show up. Right? Do we think the MCU fan has this action figure? Hell no. Do you know which action figure sold more? This one. It wasn't this one. This action figure was targeted at women. They didn't buy it. Well, I know quite a few male action figure collectors that are Black Panther fans didn't bother to buy her either. Let me say that one more time. I know quite a few male Black Panther action figure collectors didn't bother to buy her either. I know quite a few Black Panther fans, regardless of who they are, did not bother to buy this action figure. And the only reason why they don't have this one is because it's in the Claw 2 pack and you got to find it. If you didn't know it was out there, see, it's the difference. If you didn't know it was out there, then you didn't know that you can get it. You can't get it. Make sure you go to ebay.com and everything. Type in Black Panther shooting. If you know me, grow me, sharing is caring. But the number one target audience? Yes, I am part of the target audience because I'm a Black Panther fan. Yes, I am part of the target audience because this is a Black character and people look at me and say I'm a Black man. But if this character don't appeal to the European male, they're not making no money. They not stupid. They did this. They did this. Now, Hasbro did this. Hasbro not inclined to keep taking L's though. We saw what the new Monica Rambeau action figure looked like, right? That's Tiana Paris. Hasbro not stupid. That action figure, I'm gonna say they were probably listening to males. They got it right. So when we sit up here and we review these films, what was the next film that did good? You got Captain America, First Avenger, Jon Favreau, and the Russo brothers. Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon is knocking it out the park with the Avengers. I know Justice League wasn't that damn good, but that was a comic book fan. Who put the Avengers together? In any iteration, comic book fans, and we were just reading Avengers Forever and all that other good stuff. Who's always the catalyst for the Avengers? It's Loki. It was Loki all along. It's Loki. Well, Loki was there. If I sit back and I look at Joss Whedon and I know it was supposed to be Ant-Man and the Wasp, you know what he did? He still gave me a male and he still gave me a female. Now, I'm probably going to say because the CGI was not where it could be at that particular point in time, that was probably the reason why we didn't get Ant-Man and the Wasp. But that movie, we see if we got Thor, yeah, Iron Man. Yeah, Hulk. Well, that's 3 out of 5, right? And then we got Cap. Well, comic book fans, we weren't tripping because we know the Hulk left shortly after the Avengers were formed. And when they found Cap, they made Cap an honorary charter member. So low-key, Cap is one of the original Avengers. So we sit up there like this. Oh, y'all just push that thing fast forward. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Comic book fans, the European male The number one comic book demographic that you cannot ignore, regardless of what damn comic book movie you trying to put out. He was like, yeah, that's it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. He showed up and showed out once again. And I don't really think at this particular point in time, we talking about Kevin Feige like we talking about Kevin Feige now. Like, I don't think he's there. We know he there, but I don't think we talking about, we're not putting stank on him. We're not looking at him and saying, oh, he's responsible. No, we just say, hey, man, you had a vision. Well, you know what? I got visions too. That don't mean I'm equipped to see them visions come to fruition. Sometimes you just need to tell somebody what your vision is and let them go be great. Watch this. How y'all think we got the Rock With Me Nation logo? Diabolical Nerd. He said, Theo. I said, yeah. He said, you need a logo. I said, yeah. He said, I think I got something in mind. He said, you got some ideas? I said, I don't necessarily like telling artists what to do. I don't. Because if you just tell an artist what your vision is, let them go do that vision. You can make some adjustments here and there, but you don't want to corrupt what the artist is, because when the artists come to you, they already got a vision of you in mind. See what that vision look like. That vision might be better than what you had. Okay, I didn't see it like that, but okay. Yeah, I like that one. Rock With Me Nation logo. We're not talking about Kevin Feige. No, we're sitting up here talking about, they got that one right. Hated to see Phil Coulson go like he did, but we was like, no, by and large, you got Avengers 1, not the movie, the comic book. By and large, you got Avengers 1 right. Man, rock on with your bad self. Rock on with, then you start seeing where the problems start coming, because we still don't no comic book fan know what was going on with the Iron Patriot. See that? That's when comic book fans started looking crazy at the Iron Man IP. Was like, you want to know why the Iron Man 3 didn't do that damn well? The MCU fans went. Superhero fans went. It was the comic book fan, the European male, that was like, who the hell is that? Well, that's the Mandarin. No, that ain't. No, that ain't. And so much pull did they have that Marvel had to come address that. Now, let me say that one more time. The number one demographic was so heated about that damn movie, about what they had going on with Mandarin. Marvel had to come back and address that in a damn short, like, oh, good God Almighty. Yeah, you better not lose him. There was nothing I could have said as a male that would have made Marvel address that. Because I'm sitting up there, mind you, let me say it like this. The same people that had an issue with Njobu, the same people that said Bucky better die in Captain America 2. Bucky, I'm gonna say Captain America. Bucky better, B-E-T-T-A. Bucky better die. The same people that said Bucky better die, the same people that asked, who the hell is Njobu, are the same people that looked at the Marvels and said, what the is this? The European male. Now, we want to clap them up. We want to applaud. Now, hold on, because I don't even want to say that. Can I ask this question right here? Time out. I'm throwing a flag on the play. I want to address this thing real quick. I want every actor, actress, writer, director, producer, executive to stop doing this. Y'all take this video, take this clip, cut this clip out and place it forward. You never acknowledge the fan base when your movie does extremely well. Your movie did extremely well, regardless of what you wrote, regardless of how somebody acted. The reason why your movie ever makes as much money as it does, blockbuster status, whatever you want to call it, Avatar did what it did because of the fans. I know the actors, I know the writers. You made that money because of us. Do not get it twisted. It's the fans that's putting money in your pocket. It's not the other way around. We can get fun at our house. No different than the fun we get at the movie theater for cheap, for the free, for the low. All we have to do is tap on into our own imagination. You're not a necessity, you're a want. Stop berating, stop belittling fans when they disagree with what you got out. Because you ain't coming with that same energy when we give you all that critical praise. You're not. I'm saying this because I'm not Ryan Coogler, Nate Moore, Kevin Feige, Marvel Studio. You patted yourself on the back with Black Panther, the first one. That 1.3 billion, you didn't give it up to us. We didn't get that. We didn't get the type of public acknowledgement that you wanted to give us in regards to the second movie. You want to blame us. Well, if you're going to blame us each and every damn time. When your movie succeeds, when your movie exceeds expectations, it's the fans. It ain't you. It ain't you. Keep that same energy. Because if we're the reason, Mr. Costa, why your movie was failing, we're the reason why Candyman was a success. As Roman Reigns would like to say, acknowledge us. Acknowledge me. Ryan Coogler, if we were the reason why Black Panther 2 did not do well, we were the reason why Fruitvale Station succeeded. Acknowledge us. If you're going to acknowledge us, acknowledge us. I'm saying that because y'all my brothers and sisters. I can talk to y'all. I really don't give two damns about the other person like that because I expect them to have effed up opinions anyway. But y'all, no different than Tyler Perry. It's the fans. The moment you forget it's the fans that are responsible for your success, that is the moment you start going down that road where you're going to find yourself by yourself. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Back to what we were talking about, though. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Captain America, good movie. The Avengers, good movie. You know the comic book fan love Captain America, Winter Soldier. Who was responsible for Captain America, Winter Soldier? Ooh, let me take a look at it. Was it the Russo brothers? Let me see. Let me go here. Let me take a look here. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Anthony and Joe Russo. I be damned. I be John Brown. You know what that was? That was a comic book movie. That was a comic book movie. And you know what? During this whole time frame that we're getting these movies from the MCU, you know what we're not hearing? We're never hearing from Kevin Feige to tell somebody to turn down their nerddom. You know what we're not hearing from Kevin Feige or Nate Moore at this time frame? We don't hire comic book fans. I keep receipts. And I got a memory like an elephant. I don't drink alcohol, so I'm not killing off any brain cells. I'm not. I'm a comic book fan. I consume a lot of comic book material content. I do. I went and paid to go see the movies. I did. I bought the Blu-rays for the movies. I did. And watched the movies. You know how many times I done had my cable turned off and I just, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, there was some good Blu-ray DVD players. Look here. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Those were comic book movies. Bucky came back. He was missing an arm. That didn't surprise no comic book fan. We was like, oh. Sam showing up with a falcon harness. Not like Sam Wilson from the 616. Sam Wilson from the Ultimate Universe. Comic book fans know the difference between Sam Wilson from the Ultimate Universe and Sam Wilson from the 616 universe because they comic books, both versions. Comic book fans sound like this. Well, that's what you're doing with Sam. And this is what comic book fans said. They say, oh, because comic book fans looking, we like, military, check. No Snap Wilson alter ego? None. Got goggles on? Yup. Okay. That's what that is. Comic book fans sat there and said, okay, that's what that was. Hydra is back. Oh. Because as far as comic book fans were concerned, comic book fans didn't get enough of Hydra in the first Captain America movie. So comic book fans were like, yeah, that's what they say. You cut off one head, two more grow back. Yeah, you got to do that thing right there. It was a spy movie. You know how we got told we was going to get a spy story in John Ridley's version of Black Panther? You know how he was going to give us a spy espionage story in that comic book story arc? Captain America. Now, comic book fans going to understand what I say this. The European male comic book fan. Captain America Winter Soldier gave us the best aspects of Captain America, Nick Fury, and watch this, Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. That some of y'all don't remember that, but comic book fans, my age, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older, they remember that comic book series, and they were like, damn, you gave me S.H.I.E.L.D., Cap, Natalia, Sam, and Nick, Hydra, spy espionage. So, you know what? The Russos read comics and probably told Kevin to sit his happy ass over there somewhere. But they made that work. They made all them elements. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., that comic book series. I'm talking about with the Caucasian Nick Fury, him. Hydra, they got that one right. They did. They got all that right. Ultimate Sam Wilson, oh man, knocked it out the park. The return of Bucky. Let me keep up with these notes because I like I said, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Y'all could have been anywhere else this morning, but y'all rocking with me and everything. Let me keep up with these notes. Hold on. Let me keep up with the notes. One thing about the Avengers that didn't age well was the Chitauri. No, it didn't, which is why I didn't mention that. Mine is Hank and Jan. Then Avengers 1 was 616. Yep. Ever since Marvel Studios refused to recast T'Challa, MCU went downhill. I'm gonna say it was going downhill with Iron Man 3, but that's just me. Isn't Iron Patriot supposed to be Norman Osborn? Feige got bold in phase 4, hence the problems. That part. Jerry Jones. The Jerry Jones effect. Kevin Feige is Jerry Jones. Kevin Feige. Now, I don't know who Nate Moore is, but yeah. What's going on, Grand Matter? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, they retconned the Mandarin's origins to placate the Chinese government. Listen. That ain't work. You can placate the Chinese government all you want to. You better look at that dude right there. You better worry about placating that dude right there. Oh man. If earthly bullets and arrows can kill Chitauri, they aren't a threat. No, they are not. No. I mean, honestly, and Marvel realized that. I think we heard Rocket say in the movie talking about, oh, the Chitauri? That's what y'all was worried about. They had to give them an army, a throwaway army. I don't think anybody could think of any other credible army to throw the Avengers' way. And watch this. I wasn't mad at the Chitauri simply for the fact that the Avengers at that stage of the game were a rookie team, so they wouldn't know. You're not throwing the Chitauri at that group now. because that ain't gonna go right. That fight gonna be over with in a matter of seconds. That ain't no. So, but I do agree with what you said, Mr. Martin. No, I do agree with what you're saying. Iron Man being an unexpected hit of the MCU was a double-edged sword. Truth be told, he has the lame rose gallery other than Mandarin. I'm trying to see if I agree with that, but I'm thinking because Madam Mask did show up in Avengers Assemble. And if I wait, hold on, because Crimson Dynamo, I don't know about that one. Wait a minute now, Mr. Martin, you got me going back now. Crimson Dynamo, Radioactive Man, and what's Mother dude? Titanium Man. I don't know. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I like them. Madam Mask just ain't really been developed like that, and I understand why, because she's a female character. But I don't know now. I don't know about that one now, because I'm sitting up there looking. You got the Mandarin. Don't nobody really want them problems. That would be his Doctor Doom. Right. Then you got some cats he really don't want. Radioactive Man. Yeah. Because that ain't an armor for armor matchup. You know. And then just depending on how anybody write Crimson Dynamo and Titanium Man. Yeah. I like his role. And then, Mr. Martin, I got to sit up here and look at Armor Wars. Armor Wars released the whole. Because I really ain't like how Anton Vanko Whiplash got treated in the second Iron Man movie. They ain't really do that much. That should have been more or less. Because low key, Iron Man got his own Sinister Six. That's low key well. He low key got his own Sinister Six that he low key don't want to run up on. He don't want to have the six of them run up on him at one time, because it could really be problematic. Because damn, would he want to run up on Crimson Dynamo, Radioactive Man, Mandarin, Whiplash? See, I don't even want them problems. That shit done got ugly already. Because I could throw a fifth one in there, but he already got problems with them five right there, like that. The living laser. No, you don't want the problem. That's just me though. And here's the thing: opinions. It's just an opinion. And as I said to somebody else, it's hard to argue an opinion, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's an opinion. It's not backed up with facts. People like arguing, debating opinions. It's an opinion. Stop that. You got yours, everybody else got theirs. Keeping the party rolling. Gray, the Russos and Marcus and McFeely, yep. Didn't the Russos shoot down Feige's ideas to kill off all the original Avengers? Yes, they did. The shield wasn't a mantle until Steve's story was over too. How many people that had this damn shield? Matter of fact, watch this. Comic book fans, and I love the fact that you did that, Gray, because comic book fans, not MCU fans, not superhero fans. Comic book fans sit up here like this. So you realize that episode, y'all remember Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Remember the new guy that they had came in that took over for Coulson? Young dude. He does the voice of Batman in some DC animated cartoon. I love him as an actor, by the way. I think his name is Jeffrey Mace or something like that. Okay, so him. Y'all saw what he was taking like the super soldier serum and everything like that. There, look, taking, okay, him. Now, comic book fans know that dude was actually Captain America in the comics. So that was a payoff. That wasn't for MCU fans. That wasn't for superhero fans. Damn sure wasn't for no kids, because they ain't know nothing about it. No. That was a nice Easter egg for comic book fans who realized, who knew, based on the comics, that after Steve and Bucky died in World War II, they actually had some other folks come in and pick up the shield, didn't make it. They didn't last long at all. Pick up the shield and the red stockings and everything like that to become Steve Rogers. I'm sorry, Captain America and Bucky. We knew who that dude was. Who that story appealed to. Because some folks didn't, and watch this. Comic book fans watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., this is what we said to ourselves. He gonna die at some point. The same comic book fans who said Bucky better die, who said who the hell is in Jobu, them same comic book fans said, oh, he better die at some point. Yeah, he got to. He got to. Because he ain't around right now. You just put him in there. It's the same comic book fan that had a problem with the Marvels. So that's the same comic book fan that said he better die. That's the same comic book fan. That's the same demographic that you got to appeal to. Okay, so why all of a sudden you giving that demographic your ass to kiss? That demographic ain't going to Thor Love and Thunder to see Thor's ass cheeks. That demographic is not going to Thor Love and Thunder to the Norse god, blonde hair, blue eyes, even though the Norse god got red hair. They're not seeing that dude going to be a laughing stock. That's not what that is, because that dude low-key represent them. And you're not going to make them the laughing stock. You're not going to reduce them to, they don't mind being a sex symbol. I don't think any man does mind being a sex symbol. But you finna not reduce them to just being a joke. That ain't what that is. And the actor let it be known. And to get the actor back, you did what? Right. Okay, that's the same demographic. That demographic that says that this action figure is the ultimate, and y'all know I got damn near every Black Panther action figure that Hasbro has released. That demographic, having access to them same action figures, says this is their go-to action figure. Regardless of all the action figures you released last year, that demographic bought this action figure. So regardless of what Black Panther film you put out, you got to take that demographic into consideration. I know who you want the number one target audience to be. I do. I get it. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. I understand. I do. But that demographic knows T'Challa's story. If you don't get it right, that demographic will destroy that movie. That's before you get to the demographic that T'Challa is supposed to represent. That's before you get to the demographic that Black Panther is supposed to represent, because Black Panther is what, first and foremost? A comic book character. A comic book character created by the European male. A comic book character that the European male has come to covet, care about. Some of y'all get it twisted, and you can tell based on how you talk. That European male is the reason why T'Challa has a full mask instead of half a mask. And not because that European male was ashamed of T'Challa. No. That European male liked that look. And that European male wrote in. That European male took the time out to pull out a pen, get some paper, get an envelope, get a stamp, walk to their mailbox in the front yard, pull up the handle so the postman would know that there was some mail going out, or they went to their local post office, dropped said envelope in a blue box to be shipped off to Marvel. We refer to it today as snail mail. That same European mail said, yo, change that back. That's what that European mail did. See, we need to understand something. Black folks don't read comics like that. So it wasn't us that necessarily changed the tide to have him put back in a format. That wasn't us. And we wasn't running Marvel editorial. We weren't. No, you had some Europeans write in, right? You had some Europeans read the letter that the Europeans wrote in, and you had them Europeans say, you know what? We need to listen. We need to listen to them and put that mask back on him. It wasn't just black folk that got John Ridley off of Black Panther last year in 15 issues. No, it wasn't. It was the number one demographic when it come to comics. I'm not saying they were totally responsible. I'm just saying they added some weight to it. They added their voices to it. And if folks wasn't taking the demographic that the character is supposed to reflect, if folks wasn't taking that demographic seriously, when this demographic came over here and said, look, we don't know what the hell y'all got going on, get that dude the hell up off that damn comic book. They said, oh, damn. Okay. I bad. Hey, bro, you got to go. Well, man, you got to go. And thinking you doing a good thing, hiring a brother and everything like that, until that demographic right there. You hear this demographic, but to a degree, watch this. You get arrogant. You don't think that demographic matter. You think you can do whatever you want to with that demographic. You're doing something to appeal to them. You think you're giving them what they want. That's their character. Give them their character. That's their writer. Give them their writer. But when that demographic start complaining, built up inborn prejudices, inborn biases that you're not acknowledging, you're not taking that demographic seriously. But when folks that look like you start complaining, and nobody like that dude's run, nobody. His run on Black Panther has been universally panned. Nobody likes it. He's the worst writer of Black Panther in Black Panther history. That's what he's going to be. I don't want to say that's what he's going to be known for, but that's going to be part of his legacy. For whatever reason, whether he was told to do it or whether he chose to do it, see what I just said? Whether he was told to do it or whether he chose to do it, no different than whether Ryan was told to do it or Ryan chose to do it. No matter whether Nia was told to do it or Nia chose to do it, that's going to be part of their legacy. Which is why I said what I said today on Twitter. I would look, honestly, me for mine, because I believe in giving my brothers and sisters the benefit of the doubt. And I understand the way this society is currently constructed. I would love to see them do similar projects away from Marvel. Because see, that then and there, we get you. Because I'm not going to sit up here and act like I didn't like Undercover Brother. I did. I laughed my ass off. Undercover Brother is one of my most favorite movies. It is. I laughed my ass off. I'm not going to sit up here and say I did not like 12 Years a Slave. I would be wrong if I said that. I'm not going to sit up here and say I don't applaud what that young lady did on Candyman. I would be absolutely wrong if I said that. I'm able to compartmentalize. A lot of people don't want to do that. Some folks want to sit up here and just sit. She's not this. She's not that. So you don't remember her doing Candyman? Because you like that, right? Right. Okay. Well, I mean, ain't nobody perfect, but I ain't saying. I'm just saying, like, you can't be all bad. No different than with Ryan Coogler. Okay, we saw him with Fruitvale Station, right? Right. We saw him with Creed, right? Right. Okay, we also saw him with Black Messiah, right? Right. Right. Okay, well, I want to see what he gonna let him get another superhero project. I just don't want Marvel to have. I don't want Marvel to have any influence over him. Now this is where Ryan and Nakia. I'm gonna say Ryan and Nia. If I would hold them accountable for something, Ryan should have known what his first love was, and so should Nia. What does that mean? You know you know which character you like. You probably should have asked Marvel. If Marvel wasn't gonna offer you the Miss Marvel series, you turned down one movie project before. Should have turned down the Marvels and asked, could you do a standalone Miss Marvel movie? Because there's something to be said when you do something that you actually enjoy, something that you actually care about. It's not work if you like it. It's actually easy if you like it. It's more organic if you like it. People have a tendency to rock with it even harder because they see that your passion. They see it's genuine. They're going to rock with it. You can tell when there's a problem with something. It was apparent there was a problem with Black Panther. It's apparent there's a problem with the Marvels. Well, we're not just going to stop there. You could tell it was a problem with Iron Man 3. You could. You could tell it was a problem with Thor Love and Thunder. You could. Anytime you saw a movie, Marvel, you knew low-key it was a problem with WandaVision. You did. You knew low-key it was a problem with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You did. You knew low-key it was a problem with Secret Invasion. You did. You knew low-key it was a problem with the Captain Marvel movie. And low-key, and folks don't want to say it for what it is. Does Captain Marvel do as well as a standalone movie if it's not sandwiched between Infinity War and Endgame? People keep throwing that out there like that. No, that movie probably would have failed too because it made no sense. As a matter of fact, we can go to Captain Marvel and say that was the decline of the MCU, the official decline of the because after that, nothing made sense. The Skrulls coming to Earth as friends, that's the owner, general manager saying, do what I tell you to do. You coming in as the coach, you like, well, I was going to do this playbook like this. No. You want me to do a Captain Marvel movie and you want me to do what? But it's Marvel is a dude. Oh, kill him off? Not even have it. And just put Monica Rambeau in there? I don't know if as a coach I'm signing up for that playbook. That was the script to reject. Any script, Captain Marvel, that had Monica Rambeau in it as a child should have been rejected. Any script, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau wasn't the first female Captain Marvel, that script should have been rejected. That script either should have been rejected from Kevin Feige or it should have been rejected from who the writer was going to be, because they should have been like, I'm not doing that. Because you're a comic book fan. Because the number one demographic you finna piss off is the same demographic you pissed off in Captain Marvel. People like to say certain stuff. No. Let's think about this for a second. If we can admit, if we can understand, if we can all agree that the number one demographic in comic books is the European male, then if you put out a movie, which Captain Marvel was, where I am female, hear me roar, I don't need men for anything, because low key, you got a feminist movie in Wonder Woman. You did. We did. She was the superhero. That was a strong, independent woman. It was. But what didn't Wonder Woman do that Captain Marvel, the Marvels, Black Panther do? What did Wonder Woman do? What did Wonder Woman do that had the European male sitting up here like, that's what's up? That's what's up. Wonder Woman was the superhero. Steve Trevor was secondary. He was her support and his crew. but that was the source material. But Steve Trevor wasn't treated like a second-class citizen in Wonder Woman. He wasn't. No, actually, Steve Trevor went out like a hero. Not a superhero, but he went out like a hero. Steve Trevor, in more ways than one, honored not only the European comic book fan, but veterans of World War I. He did. They got more of that right in that movie in honoring the U.S. soldiers than they did in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And the European male, the number one comic book demographic, appreciated that representation. And he was not the main star in that movie. He doesn't have to be. You know why? Because he knows that character. That character that to a degree he either created, co-created, or had something to do with making sure that character saw the light of day. So it was respected. Well, over here, he got denigrated. Because if we look at any DC movies, whether we talking, and I'm not saying these movies are good. Wonder Woman was good. But if we look at Wonder Woman 2, Harlequin, Birds of Prey. What movie that's female driven, centered, has went above and beyond? DC, I'm talking about over in DC. What movie, female driven, DC has went above and beyond to tell the European male he ain't shit? It ain't none. It ain't none. Because if you think the European male was cool with how Everson Ross got treated in Black Panther, they read the comics. They know who that character is. And they be asking us, they asking themselves the same damn thing. Damn how much money he made. Why was he even there? He played no role in the story moving forward at all. Why was he there? That same European male is asking themselves the same damn question. The hell he died from? Jonathan Hickman wrote this dude. I'm going to say it. Jonathan Hickman wrote this dude. He wrote both of them. So you need to know if Jonathan Hickman putting some shine on T'Challa's name, Ryan Coogler is not Jonathan Hickman. And he's not in the same category as Jonathan Hickman when we talking about comic book. I don't give a damn about his celebrity status as a movie producer. That's not it. Well, them people, the European male, the number one demographic, they don't give two damn about Ryan Coogler. It's Jonathan Hickman. So they sitting up here like, you ain't do that the way Jonathan Hickman got that. No, that ain't what that is. So who you think got pissed off about Black Panther 2? In addition to Ryan Coogler made a movie targeting Black women. That's not your number one target audience. And this is where I do the official review. I want to do this for us going forward. You do a movie, superhero movie, DC, Warner Brothers, Marvel, Image. Regardless of who that character is, your number one target audience is the European male. You do anything that insults that demographic, and you need to know the only thing that's going to insult that demographic is you not honoring the source material. You have to honor the source material because by and large, they're the ones responsible for it. And you would never want somebody changing what someone from your ethnic group has done. That's disrespectful. I think somebody alluded to it earlier. Cornelius did. When you change the character, when you do something to alter the character, it dishonors the creator who made that character in the first place because you're not honoring their sentiment. Well, way too many times you have people, Kevin Feige, I get it, you own the IP, but you're not honoring the person who created the character based on what none of you are to be perfect. Because, and honestly, it speaks to you being damn lazy. Not Jay Garrett, but Alan Green Lantern from Earth 2 is a heterosexual male. That's how he was created. It's been a lot of Green Lanterns created. If you feel like you got to change Alan Scott's sexual orientation, it's because your ass is lazy. You don't have it within you to create your own damn Green Lantern. No different than with Jonathan Kent. If you got to change his orientation, Tim Drake, Bobby Drake, you lazy. Bobby Drake wasn't written as a gay male. Jean Paul Barbier was. And that's John Byrne. Critically acclaimed writer, John Byrne. Well, we got Don McGregor too. Critically acclaimed Don McGregor. Those are two European males. I can't swear what their sexuality, what their sexual orientation is, because I ain't never checked. But those are two European males, comic book writers, that created two characters. And it wasn't no letters then, it was just gay, homosexual. But they created two characters that still to this day represent members of the LGBTQ+. One, we got in Alpha Flight. The other one, we ain't seen him in a minute. But you know who know them characters out there? If they my age, a little bit younger, a little bit older, the folks that know them characters out there, the number one target audience, the number one demographic when it comes to superheroes. And what Marvel has been doing for too long, doesn't look like they know how to change course, because Pedro Pascal is chilling it. Now, before we get to now, if I'm a writer, director, Marvel is casting Fantastic Four right now. So the writer director does not have any say-so over this. They don't. That's jacked up in and of a damn self, because you're coming in with somebody else's vision of the characters, and that might not be what you wanted for your movie. You got a Chilean in there. Okay, right off the rip, regardless of how much we want to sit up here and say this, that, and the third, right off the rip, who did they piss off with that casting? Right off the rip, it's the European male comic book fan. Right off the rip. So this project is already in trouble. I'm not attaching my name to it. Okay, rumors circulating out there. You want Susan Richards to be the de facto leader of the Fantastic Four? Okay, who you getting ready to piss off? Again, the number one demographic, especially with this group, especially with this movie, this unit right here, this team, it's the European male. You finna piss him off. Okay, Silver Surfer. It's a rumor out there. I don't even know how it's a damn rumor, because once again, you finna piss this person off. It's Norrin Rad, but you're toying around. You're letting the rumors circulate instead of extinguishing the rumors, putting them out right now that the Silver Surfer might be a female. You know who you finna piss off? Third time, same damn movie. It's the European male that's a comic book fan. So when the movie fail, who we gonna blame? When the movie don't, and you need to know, they're gonna have to put some money behind this movie, because you got the Fantastic Four. We got the Human Torch special effects. We got Ben Grimm in his Rocky form. We got Susan Richards gonna turn invisible and make some stuff invisible. And you got Reed Richards finna stretch all over the damn place. Oh yeah, they finna spend a whole lot of damn money on this movie. You know who they finna piss off? Off the rip. They didn't already did it, because they already complaining about it. It's the European male comic book fan. Are we going to do the same thing then? Are we going to blame the writer? Or are we going to look at Kevin Feige, Bob Iger? Bob, I don't damn, y'all got money to just throw away. Like, damn, throw it this way. Like, damn, just if you just gonna throw away $250 million, damn, throw it this way. I can at least get your money back. Good God Almighty Jesus. What we think gonna happen? Same damn thing. Let me keep it with you. Know, hey, we don't speak John Riller's name around here, Theo. You breaking the code. Hey, I'm not gonna act. That's the thing. I'm not gonna act like that brother ain't did some stuff I haven't enjoyed. I can be mad, all and rightfully so, at what he did with that damn comic book. But damn, I did like Undercover Brother. Hell, I wanted to see damn what Undercover Brother too. Damn, like that. Can I get that back? Yeah, that movie was badass. One of my the Shield was the man. Yeah, absolutely. Nate Morris Gilbert, who think he's I'm laughing, Cornelius, because everybody don't know who Gilbert is. I like that. That's funny. I agree with that one all day. Nate Moore is David Flair trying to be his. Speaking of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., why waste Absorbing Man, Graviton, Lorelei on them? Which D-Real, by the way, would love the fact that you used Absorbing Man, because those are heroes we could have actually used to build up the heroes in the MCU. We did absolutely nothing with them. Yes, Mr. Martin, you are right. We did waste them on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hell, watch this. And I'm not a fan of the character. Y'all, for the same reason that I'm not a fan of Cyborg and the $6 Million Man got a lot to do with it. They wasted Deathlock. He wasted the hell out of damn Deathlock, and I don't even like Deathlock like that. I don't. Stop making me look like that. Damn it, if I got cybernetic parts, I want to look like Steve Austin. I want to look like Steve Austin. Nate Moore is an amalgamation of Jason. Y'all killing me with these. Y'all killing me with these comparisons. Y'all killing me. Nate Moore. Sid Vicious trying to cut a promo. Shout out to Brock Lesnar. Because damn it, I ain't know Brock was going to be that damn good on the microphone. Damn it, shout out to Brock Lesnar. Because Brock, you making it do what it damn do. I had no idea. Because you easily could have been Sid Vicious with a microphone. But no, Brock Lesnar is funny as hell. He shall not be named. There you go, Theo. I just, he volunteered a tribute. Way to stick to the BP comic code. The Kamoyo Kid. The nerve it takes to want our characters and market them to someone else and then expect it. Hey, that's why I'm like, it's folks don't want to tell that truth. Folks don't want, no, damn it, that's what that is. It's the European male. He liked T'Challa. He liked the Dora Milaje. He liked the Hatut Zadaze. He liked Hunter. He liked Sam Wilson. That's what that is. That's why they in the damn comic book. If they don't like the character, we don't see or hear from the character. Now, here's the funny part. And this is an editorial decision. The same folks that have an issue with the Marvels, watch what I say with this one. The same people that have an issue with the Marvels, the European comic book fan, the same person who has an issue with Captain Marvel, the European comic book fan, the same person that had a problem with who the hell is in Jobu, the same person who said, he better die in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, I like it, but Jeffrey got to go. The same person who said, Bucky better not make it out of Captain America. That is the same person that's sitting around asking questions like, so y'all really killed T'Challa off? That's the same person. It's crazy when we gonna pick and choose when we gonna agree with that person or when we gonna throw that person under the bus and accuse that person of being misogynistic. But low key, that's the same damn person that had an issue with like, wait, whoa. What's going on with Anika? That's the same damn person. Same damn person. Because watch this. It was a European male that created Anika. It was a European male that created Anika, and that person was asking a question: where in the hell is she at in Black Panther? The first movie. They was asking questions then. The first movie. They were like, and in the second movie, because they read comics, it wasn't just members of the LGBTQ that had questions as to what was going on with Anika and Ayo's relationship in the movie. No, it was the European man. That's why you having issues, why you're not really hearing anything Disney Plus related to them shows, Wakanda related shows, because it ain't just the Black comic book fan that's got an issue. It's not. It's the European male. It's the European male that also has an issue with any Black Panther game that ain't got T'Challa in it. Put out a Black Panther game today, current day time frame, he ain't in it. That comic book fan has already let it be known. You do that if you want to. They trying to appeal to a demographic, but the number one demographic that folks act like they ain't got to acknowledge when it comes to comic book characters, it's him. It's him. If you don't do right by him, it's not gonna go right. It's not gonna go right. Kevin Feige, you acting like you are a European male, so I don't get this one. I don't know how you looking past them, but they've been telling you for the longest time. Bob Iger, I don't know what you doing. If I do any movie, superhero movie, you know who I would take into consideration? It would be him. Do you know why Static Shock, the cartoon, did so well? You would like to think it was just you watching it. It wasn't. Richie was in there for a reason. Let me say that one time. Richie was in there for a reason. No different than Everett Ross was in the comic book when what's my brother's name? Not Ta-Nehisi Coates. God dang. Christopher Priest wrote him. Everett Ross was in that comic book for a reason. He was. Don't disregard it. Don't take it lightly. No. He was in there for a reason. He was. If Casper Cole didn't make it past 12 issues, that wasn't just Black folks that said they wanted Casper Cole gone. No. He said bring back T'Challa. Shorty got her 12 issue run, 16 if you take into it Claws of the Panther. It was him. It wasn't just Black men that said bring back T'Challa. It was him. It was him. It was him. You know who can appreciate what Dr. Eve Ewing is doing with Black Panther? It's him. He was watching Luke Cage too. He saw Deadly Nightshade on there. It was him. Deathlock. That payoff right there. That was him. That was him. All that other stuff we've been getting in the comic book, Shangamai's son and everything like that. Cause she know he read. He read. Think about this for a second. You rocking with me like I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you like you rock with me. Watch this. Notice I refer to myself as a nerd. I say that for a reason. And just this ain't shade at nobody, but I just want you to think about something. I say I'm a nerd. You know what the nerd does? The nerd owns everything. and has consumed everything. It's some people that didn't read that. The nerd did. And I'm not talking about myself. No, I'm talking about him. He read that. He know what's in it. If you read Dr. Eve Ewing's run or Black Panther right now, she's referencing stuff in this comic book. You know what else he read? He read that one. I can't tell you necessarily somebody that's a Black Panther fan that looked like me read that, because we know quite a few. But I know he did. And when I say he, I mean him. He did. He read that too, because he helped put that out. He did. He read that too, because he published this. It's got Marvel's logo on it and everything. And this is canon. I can't say everybody that looked like me that's a Black Panther fan read it. But what I do know is he did. And do you know how I know why he read it? Because in Dr. Eve Ewing's current comic book run, he's referencing stuff in this book. She's referencing stuff in this book. That's him. That's I want to because it's been quite a few of us that's Black Panther fans don't know that book, or that book. It's some of us that's Black Panther fans that did not read Roxanne's Gay run on Black Panther. He did. He did, because he paid her for it. He paid her for it. He published it. He read it. And so when something ain't consistent in it, and it's him, he know it ain't right, he not inclined to go see the movie. Now, what I'm not understanding, representation, responsibility, reviewing the play, throwing a flag on the play, under further review. I'm not understanding, one, how they keep getting it wrong, and how, based on their current casting suggestions, they're still inclined to get it wrong. I don't know how we, as critically thinking comic book fans, how we thinking they gonna get this stuff right when they telling us off the rip what their true motivations are. Like I said, if you look at Ryan Coogler's entries into the MCU, you can tell, based on his writings, he would prefer to write a female superhero movie. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That has to be something that not only he requests, but when he turns in a script, if you're talking about he's supposed to be doing a script featuring a male superhero, you got to be able to say, no, Ryan, this ain't it. Both parties failed. If you look at Nia DaCosta's script with the Marvels, first and foremost, I thought about how to salvage that damn movie, and I couldn't. First of all, the movie should have been called The Marvels. It shouldn't have been. It should have been, we finna focus on Carol Danvers, because you need to straighten up the mess from Secret Invasion, and you need to straighten up the mess from the first movie. You didn't have any room to put anybody else in this movie, but you want to capitalize off certain things. You want to capitalize off of Kamala Khan's heightened popularity in the comics. Imani's popularity in the movies, the popularity coming off Disney Plus, the Marvels. So you want to put her in the movie. You really don't have a plan for Monica Rambeau. Stop that. If you had a plan, you'd have done did it by now. No, you're getting ready to sideline her. And what does sideline mean? Comic book characters understand this. It's when you take the hero and you put them somewhere, and they just gonna sit there because you really have no plans for them until you bring them back in a storyline in which you can use them. It's no different than anybody that's reading Fall of X right now. Where's Darwin? Where's Darwin? He's in the vault. We don't get that many storylines with Darwin, right? Right. Okay, so how is this gonna change? If you're a Darwin fan, if you want to see Black mutants, you ain't seen Darwin for a minute. Darwin show up for a comic book and he missing for another damn 12 issues. That's a year. 12 months is a year. Your life them years ain't guaranteed. Okay. How long was it between WandaVision? How long was it between WandaVision, Captain Marvel, and then Captain Marvel till the Marvels? She finna be sidelined. When did Kevin Feige say supposed to be getting Secret Wars? 2020 what? That ain't next year. 2025. It's still some months left in 2023. What are we doing with the actress until then? What are we doing with the character until then? That's a Disney Plus series. We want to show what life is going on the other side of the universe, in an alternate universe with Monica Rambeau. Make sure we get this queen some money and everything like that. Where's that script at? That's a whole alternate universe where the X-Men. You could use that story to, how can I put it, introduce minor X-Men characters, right? Right. No, that character is sidelined. People applauding, talking about they got plans for her. Plans when? Do the math. So I don't know how we could have saved that movie. But I know Nia DaCosta shouldn't have been on it. She wants to do a Miss Marvel project. That's where her heart is. She should be allowed to do so. She was the wrong person for that movie. No different than Ryan Coogler was the wrong person for a Black Panther project. He told you in the first movie he didn't read comics. Who was in Jobu? He told you in the first movie how much he valued the lead character, T'Challa. No, he valued Nakia. He valued Okoye. He valued Shuri. He valued Queen Mother Ramonda. Don't get it twisted. Her death scene, while as reprehensible as it was, that was to have her go out in style. After she gave that Academy Award winning speech in the movie, her death scene, that was supposed to be the piece de resistance, whatever. That's supposed to be the crescendo. That's what it was supposed to be. He got it wrong. He likes writing movies that feature women. Okay, we'll give him a movie, give Ryan a movie, let him make Lupita Nyong'o the action star. I believe it's gonna be something we gonna like. Truth be told, I believe that if Nia DaCosta could do a Miss Marvel movie with Jess Imani, I believe that movie would be straight fire. I do, because you can see that's where they were leaning. But asking in the right projects, that was like asking me to be an offensive lineman in high school. I wasn't blocking for you. I wasn't. Because if you talk trash to me during school hours, game time on Friday, if I was the offensive lineman blocking for you, you was going to get hurt. That's me understanding my biases and my prejudices and my pettiness. So let me be an outside linebacker. Well, I just get to hit you all day, regardless. Whether we're scrimmaging, I get to hit you. Game time, I get to hit you. Don't matter. I get to hit you. Let me keep up with these notes. Now tell them Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did a commendable job with what little Marvel gave them to work with. There were a lot of characters Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. weren't allowed to use. This is a fact. Steve Trevor went out like a hero and stayed. Yes, he did. Thank you so much, Grant Mantle, because people, a heavily driven woman movie, critically acclaimed. So thank you. Kamoyo Kid, the one thing that kept me from was everyone wearing civilian clothes. I remember getting, where's the navy blue and white? So I skipped it every time. We didn't alienate. Let me see here. We didn't alienate or diminish our counterparts. With all successful teams, everyone has their role without minimizing anyone else. MCU is stuck on, and I mean stuck on stupid. You had people saying bring back the dude from the first second Fantastic Four movie. They said bring him back, and I was like, he was Reed. The thing was too short. I appreciate the special effects. I did. He was too short. Chris Evans nailed Johnny Storm from a comic book standpoint. Like, he didn't have blonde hair, but that was Johnny Storm. I wasn't mad at the Invisible Woman. I wasn't. And even then, you could see her kind of like turning into that person where she was kind of like low-key getting sick and tired of Reed not showing her the proper attention she should receive. Hell, that was in the comic books. I did not like Galactus. I still don't know what that was. I wasn't mad at the portrayal of Silver Surfer. I wasn't. I don't know what we was doing with Dr. Doom's powers and abilities and everything like that, but aside from Victor trying to come across as being sexy and suave and everything like that, because the characteristics, and I just think that's just who he was. His acting as Victor Von Doom should have been more harsher, not over the top per se, but more to the point, because Victor ain't really that person for long conversation. But as far as like how Victor went about separating the Fantastic Four, battling each member, I wasn't mad at that movie like that. Because there was a movie that came out way before then. It was, oh, never mind. Dr. Umar broke down Wakanda Forever, made a good point on how we got our ass whooped all throughout the movie. When I thought about it, I was like, damn, we did. So who is Cougar really representing? You know what? I have mixed emotions about Dr. Umar Johnson speaking out on Black Panther 2. Does he have some valid points? Yes, he does. But he comes with a stigma, rightfully, wrongfully so. He's the same people that I just acknowledged. He's not going to acknowledge him. If anything, he's going to insult them. I'm not that. I believe keep that same energy. Also, to me, I need that school. I low-key don't want to hear anything from him until he finishes that school. I don't. That's just me. If I look at him as a man, if I look at him as a leader, if I think that he has any possible good to offer to our future, our boys, then I don't need him doing what he's doing. I need him doing what he said he was going to do before LeBron James did it. I need him to put his behind in that school. I need him to be a principal. I need him to make sure that our young boys get the education that they need. I need him to make sure that our young boys learn how to hold themselves accountable, that our boys know how to go out in the world and be successful, that our young boys know who they are. So I don't want to hear anything from him. And honestly, he don't need to be speaking on the topic because he's not a comic book expert. It's going to always get slanted. So I know people are going to take from that, well, I don't like him. No, what did I say? I need him to finish that school. I don't want to hear anything else from him. I need him, before he talks about any comic book movie, I need him to be 4 classes in to his high school. That's me. 4-time Tony Master, aka Taskmaster here. Now tell him, Kamoyo, it doesn't necessarily have to be adhered to word for word, but don't run off the rails with adapting. Absolutely, don't run off the rail. 4-time Tony Master, aka Taskmaster. Once again, you got Black Widow. I didn't hear folks say they didn't like Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. No, they didn't like who Taskmaster was. They wasn't wrong for that. Once again, you're trying to, because this is a female lead character, you want to no. That's a male character. The European male has been asking for a Black Widow fan. They not asking for Taskmaster to be gender swap. No, okay. But once again, Pascal is counting the fair makes way more sense than Reed Richards. I can go with that one, just like I would have said, what's my boy? The brother that played Namor would have been better off served as Hector Ayala. That's a legacy character. what could he still be doing with that? We could have got a Disney Plus series. We're getting ready to have a Disney Plus series with Daredevil, and they talking about writing that character in. Well, we could have got a prequel with that character. Long money. If you can't respect the original story, by all means, do something else. But it takes two. You don't want to do the story. You need to be able to say, I don't want to do that. And then when you hand the story in and it's clearly slanted in another direction, they need to tell you, go back with that one. No different than if we look at watch this, because some of us have alluded to it. Mahershala Ali was the one who rejected the scripts from Marvel. So you got people. Blade 1, 2, and 3 are right there. So you have examples of a successful Blade movie. There are comic books out there where that iteration of Blade is doing some phenomenal things. And for whatever reason, you hand in a script where Blade really ain't in it. That's low-key the same thing we got with Black Panther. Don't know how we doing it. But that's literally what you're doing. Well, who was going? The target audience for Blade. Yes, I know Blade is a black character. I get it. I understand that. Black male, get that. That's the number one target audience, though. They like Wesley Snipes' version of Blade. They showed up in huge numbers to support that version of Blade. Blade, that version was not a female-driven movie. It wasn't. It was that dude. You have got to give them that version. Shout out to Brian Smith. The version of Blade that we're getting in the current comic book, it's the Blade from the movies. It's the Blade from the movie. That's what we're getting in the current comic book run of Blade. It's a good comic. Why? Just think about that for a second. We're going to keep the party rolling. We see what you like. We know what you like. We know who that target. Yes, the comic book. Am I low-key part of the target audience? Yes. I can't keep Blade afloat by myself, though. You need them. You need them. Keep the party rolling. I would rather they sideline MCU's T'Challa rather than kill him. I wasn't happy when Cage was in comics in limbo from 86 to 92, but at least exactly that part right there. Dr. Umar ain't. I'm not gonna say that. I'm trying to watch what I say because I don't want to be part of that. Well, and I got to do better myself. We got to be able to pull each other off to the side and say, hey, man, let me holler at you real quick. Like that's the thing. Hey, man, let me holler at you real quick. But we got to be receptive to that. And sometimes we aren't receptive to the side conversation. Hey, man, let me holler at you real quick. That ain't it. That ain't it. Like, not publicly be it like that. And that's why I said, I know how I feel about Dr. Umar Johnson. Because and this is me, if folks want to not like me after I say this, I understand it. I get it. That's cool. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Mr. Smith talked about that. I talked about that. D-Real and I talked. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Okay. Well, if I don't want to be judged based on the color of my skin, then why am I going to go out of my way to judge somebody else based on the color of their skin? That just is what that is. Like, it's just that simple. If I don't want to be mistreated because of my ethnicity, my culture, my gender, my sexual orientation, that make-believe thing that people like to talk about all the time, race. If I don't want to be mistreated, judged unfairly because of all of that, then what? I got to give what I want. That's what I choose to do. I give what I want. I treat people the way I want to be treated. If you can't treat me like that, I'm just going to disassociate myself from you. But that's how I live my life. And so I understand that there are things that we have endured over here as a people. I also believe that we have the answer to solving our own problems as a people. When I look at what we have here in this country as a people, we ain't even got to go outside the country to solve our problems. No, we just have to look at each other, one another, and say, we're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to put our fate in somebody else's hands. It's a conversation that I have with my loved one, my wife. I don't want to put my fate in someone else's hands, because when you do that, that person has more control over you than a little bit. They can fire you at the drop of a dime. They can talk about you at the drop of a dime. And I know it's just words, but people use words a lot of ways to harm, to hurt, to drive people to take their own lives. And they don't care one way or the other, because that's just who they are. So I watch who I am. I believe that Dr. Umar Johnson has a reason to feel the way that he feels. I do. I believe it could be articulated in a different way, but them his words. And who am I to tell a man what he can and what he can't say? What I can say to him is this, is that him out there talking doesn't move the needle. It doesn't. I'm of the mindset there are more people afraid of him establishing a school than him out there just talking. I honestly believe that he would make a bigger impact, a greater impact on our culture, on our people, on our ethnicity with that school than just out there doing that. I really do believe that. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. But I believe he would be better served doing that. We got to heal and build. I get it, Theo. You don't want the UMETs coming for you. Oh, I don't care. Now can I say that one more time? Can I say it? I don't give two damns. I don't give one damn, let alone two, because at the end of the day, stop talking about it, be about it. I don't give one damn who come. I don't give a damn if you're a feminist. I don't care. I don't give a damn if you're a racist. I don't care. I don't care. Truth is truth. And that's the thing about truth. I ain't ever got to go run and hide from the truth if I'm going to speak truth. I ain't got to run and hide from it. If I remain humble, own my truth, recognize my own biasness, my own prejudices, because like I said, we all have them. If I do all of that and focus more so on being accurate, not right, not wrong, not popular, I don't give a damn who comes. I don't. Your name could be Ron DeSantis. You could be a DeSantimite. I don't give two damns. Your last name could be Trump. You could be a trumpeter. I do not give two damns. I don't. Then did too much for this country. Then seen too much for this country. Got too much love, affection for this particular country. Got too much love, affection for my people. That's people that look like me. That's people that don't look like me. But specifically those that look like me, I love mine. So I don't give two damns. Matter of fact, I keep a grill with me. And it's I got that it ain't, I don't need charcoals. I just, no gas and everything. I just turn that on and I can fire that grill up anytime somebody wants to smoke. Anytime. CTS speaks the truth. Who is CTS? Come on, your kid. Oh, triple salute. Yeah. So I don't. They could come. It's been people coming for Theo since when? Since I said recast the child. It's been people coming for Theo since I said recast the child. And some of them got some cachet to their name, and I didn't give two damn. Roland Martin is one of them. I don't care. You don't know what the hell you talking about? You don't get to bump your damn gums like that. I will embarrass you. I don't care. I'm not going to talk about something I don't know anything about, because I was raised like that. I was taught like that. Honestly, we all were taught that in school. You shouldn't talk about something you don't know anything. You know little to nothing about. So Um, I don't know how to care, especially when I know what I'm talking about, and I know you don't. I don't know how to care. Dr. Umar Johnson is not the one who should be speaking on portrayals of superhero characters. And it's way too many. It's not just him. They didn't talk superheroes. You don't see comment. You didn't know that they were that person until the MCU blew up, or until Black Panther showed up. And so I don't need you speaking right now. You're not the person that should be speaking on it. That's like me trying to speak on women's rights. Gerald, would you ever speak on women's rights? Theo, would you ever speak on women's rights? Am I a woman? Am I a woman? No, you're not a woman. Am I a woman? No, you're not. Okay, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Theo, you speak on the rights of LGBTQ? What? You speak on the rights? Am I a member of the LGBTQ plus? No, but I did. You can't. No. You're not. No, I'm not. Not us. Theo, can you speak on African American right? Yeah, I got that all day. Let's talk about it. I got that all day. But it's some stuff I'm just not gonna do because I got one time to say something wrong, and I'm done. I got one time to say something wrong because I ain't got many times to say something wrong at the level that I'm at right now. I can't imagine saying something wrong at that level. Oh, hell no. They gonna come for me for quite a few reasons. One, I'm a male. And I identify as a heterosexual male. And then I identify as an African American heterosexual male. I better always watch what I say. Boy, look, I better dot every I. I better cross every T. And I better be I can be strong. You can be. Tony Dungy was strong in being humble. I better be strong on the inside, not have any issue with being wrong. Like I need to be, you know what, I made a mistake and everything. But if I carry myself out there to be that arrogant ass, they just wait. They waiting now. And I carry myself like this. They waiting now. Oh yeah, we're gonna get that ass. No, pause. But they waiting now. So I no. But oh man, it's 11:19. It is Friday. My wife and I do have plans. So I guess we need to make it do what it do. But this was me rocking with y'all like y'all rock with me, like y'all rock with me, like I rock with y'all, giving y'all this live, dropping this knowledge. Thank y'all so much. I think we had a great show and everything like that. Y'all be on the lookout. Me and my brother D-Real, my older brother D-Real, are definitely working on something in the background, put a show together where you get two OGs and everything like that. And when we do the show, it ain't gonna necessarily be comic book related content and everything like that. No, we're gonna talk about some, we're gonna talk about some stuff, some interesting stuff, some fun stuff and everything like that. Some entertaining stuff and everything like that, some current stuff. Yeah, we're gonna talk music. Y'all know why you got to talk about the music and everything like that. But y'all make sure y'all got notifications on from both my brother, D-Real, and myself, and we're gonna make it do what it do. Till then, y'all have a great weekend. Don't eat too much food because I know we got leftovers. Enjoy the gamut of college football games we got today. And oh my man, listen, if you ain't watching college football today or tomorrow, I don't know what to tell you. Also, before I go, did y'all see that trailer? Justice League Crisis. Did y'all see that? DC Animation don't be playing, do they? No, they don't. Hey, click, like, share, subscribe. That's my time. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Peace.